Hello. Are we live now?
We are now. Hello, 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 everyone. We are live. It's your girl Monty, Callie, and Dr. Dorit, PhD. We're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Ring Around the Rumor, Season 13, Episode 6. How is everyone doing?
Now I can't get it out of my mind. Joy's husband saying, "Hello." It's in my
Hello,
He said, "Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl." He
I
actually
can't. I
I
need
was
that in my life.
cracking up.
So fun.
I love it. Hi, her. But that's what we try to do that so people will recognize us. Like that's what they say. So we're doing something right, ladies.
Okay.
So we're talking about. I don't have a chat stick moment. Do we have one? Y'all can think of one. D, this link is for D if he wants to come in. So how would you all rate the episode? I did not watch. I did see a few clips. I don't remember them.
Oh my God. Hold on. I'm burning up my key.
Are y'all gonna rate it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the best one of the season. For real, I would call it give it like a 7.5 or 8, but it was. We'll talk.
All right. What about you, Callie?
I give it a 6.
Okay. From the clips I watched, I would say it was like a 6, 7. I mean, it was a little drama. I don't know where D is, so I can't ask him. But everything we say is allegedly our opinion, entertainment purposes only. We just all about love and all about fun. So, Joy, you're gonna have to do this one because I don't have any knowledge of what's going on. Or Callie. Like, what topics do y'all like?
Okay, I'll start from the beginning, which I did.
Okay.
It's funny. The first scene opens with Dorit, Kyle, and Crystal. And I'm assuming this is Crystal's house because I didn't recognize the kitchen with the blue cabinets and gold pieces. I thought that was so kind of 80ish. But anyway, the conversation was Kyle pretty much telling what happened the previous week with Sutton and how dramatic and how the arms was flailing and it was just so dramatic and how they have side by sides all over the internet now. I thought that was so funny.
Of the dramatics of her.
Yes, with Sutton on top and Kyle at the bottom. It's so funny. And I don't know if y'all seen these posters going around with Sutton saying, "Name it, name it, name it." So they have a whole bunch
of. You can't miss it. It's a headache.
And wait a minute. It's a whole bunch of posts out there of different franchises and people saying, "Name it," like stuff, silly stuff like, if you from Jersey, Melissa always has been jealous of a situation. I can name several, and Sutton will say, "Name it, name it, name it." And then they'll go to Atlanta, and there's one that says like, "Nene can out read everybody. Nobody can read." Somebody say, "Well, give me a specific time. Give me some specifics," and it'll be Sutton saying, "Name it." I
love it.
It is
not like clip. I mean, like it's up to that with Dorit.
That should be a sound. It was so funny.
Yeah. Okay, so what was good about the scene? What was their reaction to it? Who was she telling?
Crystal and Dorit. They were just laughing. It was funny.
I loved Crystal's confessional shade. I kind of wish she would have said it in the moment. Like,
Crystal was shading. I loved it.
Got sober 2 days ago. Have a seat.
That is true. But that usually happens whenever you abstain from whatever. You really become just overzealous in a way against the other thing, like because you're really it's a anything you abstain from is a work in process. You know what I'm saying? So regardless,
seeing Crystal go in, it was just so funny. Yeah. She was so funny.
Well, she gotta give us.
Was Cal trying to say that Sutton was drunk? Like what?
Yes,
that is what she's insinuating. Yeah. That's so rich.
Yeah.
Coming from Kyle,
yes.
The fact that she's insinuating that she has not only is she an alcoholic, but that she has an eating disorder. And like, Kyle.
Oh, she sure did. I forgot about that. Yes, she did. She said she
moves her
never
food
really
from one
eat.
side of the
That's
plate.
basically accused.
She did. But I will say this: put up our thing. This is allegedly.
Hold on.
This
Let
is
me
just
put
my opinion. It don't mean nothing, and I do not know Sutton, but she do got alcoholic legs.
Oh yeah. You said
She do.
that.
Like, I don't know if she be drunk, because if she's drunk, I really hate to see her drunk. Because she's already kooky.
Mm-hmm.
I guess when Erika was drunk, it was clear she was drunk. You know what I mean? What would a sober or a drunk for her, you know how functional you would have? Like, I've never seen a scene and thought she drinks too much. Have you all?
I have not.
Every time she's talking out the side of her neck, I'm thinking
I've never thought she was drunk.
Acting person.
I've never thought Kyle was.
Name it.
I thought she was a little socially
I just
awkward.
kept thinking, how many tequila shots has she had that just kept her going and going and going? She wouldn't stop with the name it. She is always drunk, if you ask me.
That was so funny.
I thought it was hilarious. But I guess Dorinda was drunk on clip.
Well, Dorinda was clearly drunk on clip.
Yeah. I just feel like she just was drunk.
I just feel like she was trying to piss Kyle off. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, have y'all ever seen Kyle drunk? Like, I don't remember seeing
I can't tell.
Yes.
What scene? Like for real drunk. I ain't talking.
I can't tell when she's drunk. I never noticed her drunk.
Yeah, I don't remember her being
drunk. I mean, the only person I've ever just really paid attention to on Beverly Hills, per se, that was drinking probably was Erika.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. They're insinuating that she's always drunk.
And that's why Teddy said, but
that Kyle is always drunk, or that
no, they're insinuating that Sutton is always
drunk.
Who
is insinuating it? Who is they? Is it Kyle? Is it more than her?
Kyle. It's Kyle, and they're
I can understand why they're insinuating that, because that's how she acts all the time.
But so if they feel like she's always drunk, why have they not said anything to her? Because when Erika was drunk, they said something to her.
Because Kyle is full of shit, and she's just using something to deflect off of what's going on with her life, because she always
it's very
goddamn business.
It's very possible she didn't say anything to her about it, or no one said anything to her about it, because they didn't feel like getting into an argument with Garcelle, her bodyguard.
I was just going to say this. I've been saying for years, I tweeted this a couple of years ago.
Please.
They don't like Sutton. They don't like Garcelle because they can't bully Sutton. Kyle has been wanting to come after Sutton for years.
It ain't no been wrong. She has.
While they are following the narrative that Sutton is a drunk, this isn't the first time they said it. They said it last season. It just didn't get repeated. Somebody said something about her drinking before. Because of the legs, the drunk legs, didn't happen this season. That was a season before. Oh. So they have said, that's why I was wondering. Oh, Erika said it instead of the drunk itself. Erika said it. Remember when they were
y'all know y'all don't want to listen to Erika, or the audience didn't want to listen
Erika
to her.
said it. When they accused her of drinking and she was mixing her cocktails, she accused her of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and the one thing
I hope they all get some help, honey.
The one thing that drives me crazy about Sutton, because she does it every season. Every time she comes to apologize for making a fool of herself or starting some trouble she should not have started, she always starts out with an excuse as to why her behavior was what it was. And today was no different. Well, I'm getting my child support increased, and my son's not going to move to London. And so that's why I was just really acting a fool. I mean, she tried to use it as her excuse for acting like a crazy drunk lady. My child support is going to be increased, which means I'll have to deal with my husband.
That's not how that happened.
What is that? What do you mean that's not how it happened? Was that not the topic?
I mean, that's how the situation
is. So that's how it happened.
That's not how it. I mean, there's other things that you get. I mean, in context, I just had this argument with my auntie. In context, she wasn't initially told she was getting more child support and he was going to stay there. He was initially told so-and-so is coming to live with me in another country.
And so
in context, it's still what she said as the excuse for her acting a fool at the previous little encounter. Is it not? So whichever word
I don't think
first.
I don't think wait a minute. I don't think it was a foregone conclusion. I think this is the part I was trying to explain to my aunt. I don't think the conclusion had happened yet. I think she was nervous about the fight, but it ended up not happening. Her and her ex-husband came to some kind of conclusion, and now her so-and-so is going up. I don't think the end had happened in Vegas.
Okay, the end doesn't matter. Well,
it does matter, because if you think you're about to lose your kid,
it doesn't matter.
Your husband, you're gonna act a little weird.
No. You guys are missing the entire point. She was using it as an excuse. You mean to tell me the possible thought of you having to go to court with your ex-husband makes you tell Kyle to name it? Come on,
it was about the Vegas thing.
It don't matter.
No,
it's still an excuse for her behavior.
I'm not arguing that it's an excuse.
You are arguing it.
No, I'm not. There are things that are excuses and also good reasons. Like, if I'm already a nervous wreck, I'm already sensitive, I'm already dealing with a lot, and now I'm in Vegas thinking I'm finna relax, I'm finna have fun in Magic Mike, everybody having fun with me. Now I feel isolated, I feel alone. You get in your head. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying sometimes an excuse is a legitimate reason.
It's still an excuse.
Tantrum,
but it's also a legitimate reason.
Well, it's legitimate only to her. When Kyle and somebody else is sitting down there talking about what they're thinking is the same thing I said. Every time you go to explain your behavior, there's a reason that you acted a fool. And it
usually is, though. You think people just wake up and say,
and it's not always that you got to go to court with your ex-husband. What do you mean, Joy?
But I'm like, you need to give it up. This isn't just go to court with your ex-husband. I don't know. I see this a little bit more egregious. This isn't just
this one time.
It's just not just go to court.
It's not just one time.
You're going to court with a very powerful man.
Or something else. Every single time, Sutton has an excuse for her stupid behavior. Okay. Instead of just going in apologizing for what she did, she goes in with, well,
already apologized.
Stop.
I mean, in my opinion, and this is just how I feel.
She already had apologized.
Kyle shouldn't have followed her to the bathroom anyway.
At all. That's Kyle's problem all the time. She makes situations a whole lot worse than what they have to be. No one asked Kyle anything.
Said what she said anyway. What?
No one asked Kyle to come. No one asked Kyle to come.
So, and no one asked Sutton to sit there and act like a drunken fool, but she did.
She walked away. She didn't act like a drunken fool. She walked away.
You say that all the time. It's always her walking away.
She did. It's on camera.
This is why I don't like doing Beverly Hills.
And this is one episode.
Because she's biased, and it doesn't even have to take all of that.
Because she's what?
You are. You
because
can't see that Kyle exacerbated the situation.
Oh, well, she did.
Kyle exacerbated the situation. Sutton left the room. It should have ended there. No one asked Kyle to come.
It should have ended there because it's Sutton, please.
No, I'm saying
Sutton
that Sutton
left
out of the room.
Her behavior, the behavior
why did Kyle follow her? Why did Kyle follow her?
Because she wanted to follow her. Because she wanted to follow her. You would have to ask her that.
So that we all. So that's what I'm saying. She exactly. Okay, move on to the next scene. Next scene, Kyle started it. We all seen it. Next scene, Kyle started it. We all seen it. She exacerbated the situation.
And Kyle ended it as she should have because Sutton is full of crap.
She didn't end anything.
I'm going to start watching. That's why we're talking about. I don't know where to go. Joy, what's next?
What's the next scene, Joy? Because we all know Kyle started it.
And Sutton ended it.
The next scene is Garcelle and Sutton apparently decided to sit down and have a drink. And when they had the drink, I think the whole premise of this really just kind of moved the story on. So if y'all don't have anything to talk about, we can move on. But basically the gist of the conversation was Kyle's behavior is off, it's strange. She kind of going through a midlife crisis and she not wearing her ring. that's really the gist of airing that scene, is that she had told Garcelle about the ring. And Garcelle did say the best, shadiest thing I think I've heard her say in confessional. She says, how do you pay attention to people's ring? And then she said, the only time I ever paid it, I don't know if it was here or at the table, but basically she said the only time she notices people's jewelry is that when after Dorit had her break-in, she still had hers.
And I love that. I loved it, every bit of it. And it's so crazy to me to see all this stuff online, because like they're talking like it's just crazy to see the Dorit defenders all of a sudden. Like they act like Garcelle makes everything racist, but it's like, no, with Dorit particularly, it just comes off microaggressive. It just does.
Oh, that's because I can tell you why. Because she does things like this. Why are you getting so angry? Lisa Rinna did the same thing. Why are you angry? Why are you hollering at me? Yeah. Because of how she answered, she's like, I'm not even raising my voice at you. But because that's how she answers. It's never just a go backwards and forward. Like, you said so-and-so. No, I didn't. Y'all ordering it. Dorit takes it to why are you talking to me like that? Why are you being so aggressive? As if that's why Garcelle said at the end of the conversation, why do I feel like I got to apologize to you? Because you're not offended by what I'm being offended. Right. By my like you and your husband was sitting up there with another man laughing about my kid.
Thank you. And I was so glad. I was so glad at Garcelle's
and you didn't check the grown woman that cussed at my 14-year-old son.
Yes, no. I was glad at the little movie premiere that she had for her little movie. She told Dorit, that's just like telling me, get over it, because it was a year ago that you had your fake robbery. Well, she ain't say fake robbery, but
same thing. Okay, let's go back to the scene that y'all were just talking about. Mm-hmm. So they were sitting there, they were talking. Yes, I thought it was So Garcelle said that Dorit still had her jewelry after the robbery. Yeah. Does she really still have it?
I don't know.
They didn't take. I found out recall they didn't take anything like that. Anyways, no jewelry or nothing. I think they
taking clothes and bags.
Yeah, other things, bags or something. It wasn't anything like that. So.
And it could be a situation where they keep their good stuff in their safe at home. They ain't gonna take the safe because they ain't gonna be able to get in it. Or it could have been embedded or hidden behind something.
Yeah.
Most people who have high-end jewelry, which is a real thing. When Kyle said that, it could be a real thing. When she said that some people don't even keep their stuff in their house. She keeps her wedding ring in the bank.
I get that, in the vault.
When people have real big stuff like that, and these break-ins and these celebrities, that's a real thing that's going on all over. But it especially had been happening in Beverly Hills, and we also know it was happening in Atlanta. So I can understand why people wouldn't want to keep their stuff, or all the good stuff would be hidden behind a picture in the bottom of my closet. And so if it wouldn't be anything that you would even notice, or hidden in the wall somewhere.
What else would I say? At the end of the day, I just feel like it's just because it's Sutton that's bringing these questions of why it's a problem. If this was like somebody else asking these same questions, it wouldn't be an issue. And clearly, everybody can clearly see that something is going on with Kyle. You clearly seen Dorit saying the same thing. Like, if I would have knew it was this serious, I wouldn't have even been probing and asking her questions. So it's not like it's just a Sutton and Garcelle thing. No, everybody sees it. Because even in the previews and in the trailer, you can see Crystal talking to her mother about it, or her nanny, or whoever that lady was, and her husband. Like, it's not just them. It's not.
They were just shady as heck the way that they brought it up, the way that they tried to say it.
But Garcelle, but Kyle brings stuff up shady all the time.
I
wonder. Nobody has been that
Kyle is a horrible
to
person.
Call out somebody else's marriage problems. Y'all
can I
did she do that to Denise?
Okay, so name it.
Denise.
What happened to Denise? Who did what to Denise?
Kyle was the ringleader.
What did she do?
Outing the fact that she slept with Brandy, dragging her about the mom shaming. The entire season 10.
That might have been a season just you and Joy watched, so I can't even argue with you on that.
I didn't watch that one
because I stay away from this as much as possible since I really can't.
Okay, this is how I see it
without having a freaking fit.
I see the Sutton and Garcelle as a us versus them, and that they all of them other girls are in an alliance. Crystal might float, but for the most part, those girls are in alliance. Dorit, Kyle, and Erika are going to stick together on, it seems like,
everything. Yeah.
While I don't like blogs that go on to the show, it happens. This was happening in real time. This isn't a blog that was happening 6 months prior, and they're bringing it on to make it fit this situation, like with Giselle. This is a situation. Oh no, it wasn't even a situation because it was kind of going on. But this is going on right now in real time, and we are on
as they're filming
6, and not nobody brought it. That's the person you want off the show because they got too much power. Because everybody's afraid to offend her.
And everybody's afraid to go at Sutton and Garcelle because Garcelle is her protector.
I can't tell, child.
I do agree that Garcelle, because I also think that's the reason why Garcelle said in the earlier, confessional, she had kind of made the comment that she wasn't going to do this. She wasn't going to defend her as much. Sutton does need to stand on her own. But I do think that in previous seasons, Sutton was supposed to be the target. But Garcelle kind of blocked a lot of stuff and turned the situation back on them. They do pick at Sutton. I'm not saying that Sutton
that's like kind of their MO. Their MO though. They've been doing it even before Sutton even came along. Like the year before that, I mean, like I said, when Sutton's first year on it was Denise. The year before that, it was Lisa Vanderpump. Like they have a habit of doing that, ganging up on one person. Because hell, even the Lisa Vanderpump situation,
has a habit.
who cares about Lucy Applejuicy in the tabloids when the real culprit was Dorit mishandling the damn dog, but yet they turned it around on Lisa Vanderpump to get her off the damn show. When
I believe it.
We all know that it was Dorit. She was supposed to return the dog. She signed a contract. Like it was like literally in the contract, if you don't want the dog, to return it back to the shelter, not give it away to somebody else. Like, no, that's not what the hell you're supposed to do. And they pulled it all on her because she leaked it to the tabloids. And my thing is, like I said, who cares about who leaked what? Like the real, and that's why they were so mad at Camille.
Yeah.
They went after Camille too, but I have a question.
Exactly,
though,
Camille.
Because why is it okay for them to protect each other, but it's not okay for Garcelle or Sutton to protect each other?
That's why I ain't mad at her.
Okay,
that's why I'm not mad at her.
Okay, because they've been doing it for many seasons now. So why do you say?
But they make it an issue though.
They're making it. They made it an issue of Garcelle.
An issue of them having their little pack now, isn't it?
No one really says anything about that.
You just said something about it. You just said it's a pack.
We are. I said them. I didn't say us. I said them. I didn't say us. I said them on the show.
But they have made us. Erika actually said to Garcelle that she thinks Sutton is holding her back. She actually said that on television.
That's just because she wants Garcelle on their side.
She wants Garcelle out of the way.
Which that does not make a good season when everybody is going against one person. No one wants to watch this. That's insufferable. If they want Garcelle on their side to go after Sutton, it's been clear for like 2 years now,
but
and no one wants
really been going after though, Demetrio.
No one wants to watch a season of just going like I said, we seen the Denise season.
I hated that was insufferable.
That we can't.
That after Lisa
I didn't even hear the question, so
you heard it, or you wouldn't be.
I did actually.
Why are we acting like this today? What is?
I didn't hear the question, so
okay.
I didn't hear the question.
It just seems like a little weird vibe.
But after we let's move off that scene. Okay. We move off that scene, and I forgot what's the next. Oh. Which was an unnecessary scene of Dorit trying to help Sutton find a date. You probably do have to. How did she get hooked up with something? Was she in an arranged marriage or something? Like, have y'all seen pictures of her? Lord forgive me. Did y'all see pictures of Sutton?
When
she and her husband got, she is so awkward.
I hadn't seen any. I saw when she
Yeah.
like graduated. She looked pretty, but it was just like her senior picture.
She is so awkward. I
The
like.
first guy that they set up to date her, I mean, on the computer, he was really good looking. Yes,
Oh,
she didn't like. Was he? No, he had on the blue shirt with the brown jacket, but he was really good looking. So did she pick one?
I don't know. Did they
Child.
show that?
She
No, they
said she
just
didn't
show.
want the black shirt and the black tuxedo because you're not supposed to wear that together. So she picked everybody out by their fashions. I ain't
Yeah.
mad at her.
I mean, I think the son's issue with dating is because son has so much money. That's like her problem. You know what I'm saying? Like she's awkward. And then she have been married and been with that man since she was a teen. So it's
Yeah.
like it's awkward to start back dating when you've been with somebody since you were literally like 14 and you're 50 something now. That's like,
I can see
it's
that.
probably awkward for
Yeah.
her.
Dating
Then
is
she is already an awkward individual. So like they said, bringing up her neuropathy on the first date. No. Asking the man to fly to
You
New
did
York with
that?
her. Asking the man to fly to New York with her, like, no. Like,
Now,
you
why
would
is
think a
that an
man
issue
would.
though? Like, if you
I mean,
if
because,
this is the
if it
first
was like,
date.
it's a woman asking a man to fly across the
Oh,
country. If it was the roles were reversed, then it probably would be a little sexy, like Dorit said.
but it shows
So
that she kind of like she's not letting him be a man. Is that what it
I
is?
guess, yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Because if
Yes.
somebody want to flude me out, I'm fluding out. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Look,
listen, you
okay.
ain't wrong.
What's next door?
Oh, you know what? I did forget the scene about Erika. I forgot about that scene.
What was
Before that, it was a scene of Erika going to talk to, I guess that was like her talent agent or something. That was actually kind of sad.
what
Um
happened?
Basically she spent a lot of time saying that how hot her career was prior to the mess with her husband, but after it, no, the phones just stopped, and she's trying to figure out
Oh,
just a way to kind of reset because she wants to work again. Like I'm pretty sure that's why she joined this show. She,
Yeah,
for the
mm-hmm.
other opportunities.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that all of that stopped. So she's
yeah,
just
that
Oh,
was pretty sad because
yeah,
she is kind of taking the brute of the situation because she was his wife. So
yeah,
it's kind of sad. It
yeah.
is.
I never, although I do believe, I never believed that she had anything to do criminally. I thought that was ridiculous that was even the situation. I do, however, did believe that she shouldn't have financially benefited. I
I
don't
did
think
that.
she
Me
should have.
too.
That was always my thing. So
Yeah.
I never thought. I don't think she had anything to do with that law firm.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
100%
mean?
though.
She collected checks
Yeah.
or opened or spent that debit card or whatever.
Now,
I
do I
never
think
did.
she had maybe an inkling or a clue? Possibly, and
I
just
don't even think that's true. No man is gonna come on. Was like, baby, I'm scamming these people out of some
no.
money.
I'm just saying though. You know how you nosy a nosy wife looking and being nosy in their husband's business. She maybe had an inkling of what was going on, but she might not have knew the magnitude or the extent. And then also, hell, she ain't the lawyer,
I don't
so
think
she
she knew
probably seen
anything
like,
until I don't think she knew anything until the subpoenas start coming. But the
yeah, that
subpoenas
may be
did
true
start
too.
coming 2 years before they were before she filed for a divorce. That's it. Because because she was called in. When the
Yep.
depositions, yeah.
It was
When
during
she got
COVID, right?
lawsuits, yeah. When she
Mm-hmm.
started, no, before that, there was actually a lawsuit, and for some reason she was on the lawsuit, and it was something that happened in 2019. She filed for a divorce 2020. No, that
Because I
was
know she was supposed to go to
2019.
one deposition, and
It
she didn't get, and it was rescheduled because of COVID.
right, but
I
that
remember.
it
Yeah,
was
I
yeah,
do remember that.
but
It
right,
was one
and so
before
she,
that.
I don't
Oh.
know, but that
Mm-hmm.
particular one you write about, Montanique, she was being prepped for
Mm-hmm.
that because she was
She
supposed
was
to
getting,
go to
yeah.
court in March of 2020. You're correct.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't the first lawsuit, is what I'm saying. She was named on something else prior to that in 2018. Why I
Oh.
think she could have ignored the first one, because I would have. If my husband was a lawyer and I was being named in a lawsuit, I'm going to my husband like,
okay, and he tell you don't worry about it. I
he
got
tells
it.
you don't worry about it. The first one, I understood her ignoring 100%. We had this conversation,
I remember
Callie.
that, yeah.
But that second one, that's the one where she actually was preparing to go to court, but COVID didn't prevent it. That one's he would have had to talk to me about.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have thought anything about the first one.
Yeah.
Oh well, honey.
It is
So
sad.
is she said so is this before she got her Better Don't Blonde thing? Or is this what
Yeah.
the oh
I can't remember that time frame, but I just know that she, at some point, she knew something wasn't right.
Yeah.
So what did her
What?
agent say he was gonna do, or what was the thing
I
about
just think that they basically that they're finna start letting them know that she's available. All
it?
this stuff is ended. You know, put the buzz out. I'm assuming that's what
Yeah.
I got from it. That's
All
what
right,
I
what's
got
next?
from it.
What's next? Anything?
Garcelle and her son, and I think that was a scene when he talked about knowing about the divorce since he was 8
Yeah,
and all of that,
yeah,
which was a very heartwarming scene to see. It felt genuine. I like Jax. I think he's very intelligent for his age.
Mm-hmm.
To be 15, he's intellectual. He's well spoken. And I think it's honestly sad, like having to find out about that at a small age like that is, probably was hard to deal with.
we forget a lot of times that there are children involved when it's a whole bunch of scandals. But when I was sitting up here listening to watching that, I said, God, I'm not gonna say that you feel like a failure, but I don't think she was acting when she was just. I don't even know how to say this, but I just have to be direct. If you got one son that you felt like you messed up with, that's been out there and it's kind of off, and you got another one telling you almost basically, Mama, you ain't been there.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's some. Garcelle might need to be at home. Like,
But she was a single working mom, right?
I know,
Yeah.
but that's kind of, I would feel something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would be
You're talking
feeling.
about her oldest son. He had
Yeah,
his
because she has an
issues.
oldest son.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had
she
like
said
drug issues.
she felt like because she was always working and I'm assuming it had to be around the time she was doing Jamie Foxx and all of that stuff. She felt like if she would have paid more attention,
Yeah.
then that's just like Candy, how Ace felt with her and Riley.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the same situation.
Because
Basically.
Candy, I mean, we be dogging Candy out. Because people like Candy don't never want to be at home.
Honey, Candy didn't even take her own daughter to Kenya little Brooklyn little birthday, honey.
That's what
Ace
people were
had to
saying,
watch
that Candy wasn't there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you think about it though, like, well, as far as Garcelle is concerned, because Candy could sit down, maybe Garcelle just can't afford to do that. And then with them being on strike for so long and just now coming to a settlement, it probably was a lot. She probably felt like she had to keep working to bring in other incomes when
look, I know mothers gotta work.
Right.
We know that regardless, we gotta work regardless. But the reality is you're working for your children. Like,
that's
in
true.
your head, in your mind, you're working like this for your children. But if you're working, Tisha said the same thing to Marcel, but if you're working so hard, the very people you claim you're working for, you missing out on everything. Like, how is working hard for them? How is it really for them if they're the ones that are the losers in the process?
But they seem to turn out smart though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that your 14-year-old kid
saying.
telling
but
you.
I mean, I feel like most parents sometimes feel like we fail our kids in some kind of way.
Absolutely. But
yeah.
you flat out, but both of you, you have two children that's telling you something similar, then maybe you have to make an adjustment. That's all I'm saying. It's just like Riley saying, why y'all having more children? You ain't never home now. And her own son saying, Mommy, I need you at home. Like, you like,
Yeah.
do you ever spend time with your children? Like, that is, I'm sure she does. You know, we're seeing micro pieces of, you know, stuff, but Candy is finding a way to be away.
No. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right.
You don't have to have
Every job.
Yeah.
You can say no sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think especially as far as Candy is concerned, even though this is off topic of Beverly Hills, she definitely can afford to say no. Maybe Garcelle can't. I feel like she can. I feel like Garcelle could, but Candy especially could say no.
Garcelle got big hand in movies. She ain't doing no side movies. She on Lifetime and stuff.
And Netflix.
Yeah, Garcelle got in a much better situation acting wise than Candy is.
But Candy musically, Candy's made money.
Yeah, she make money, but she making money on music that she's already written.
Yeah, forever. Like that music ain't gonna stop.
But I mean, she is, you know, she have gotten into the Broadway stuff, and she is acting. She's on The Shy. You know, I mean, let's be clear though. Even though she is on The Shy, I personally only consider it to be one with 2 honorable mentions of real actors in the Bravo universe.
Okay, who's that?
The 2 honorable mentions is, of course, Garcelle and Denise Richards. And the actual actor to me, out of everybody that I feel like it's like acting legend legacy, is Eileen Davidson.
No, what about Kenya?
I was just gonna say definitely Kim. I thought you just knew.
Oh, I mean, I forgot about Kim. What about but Kenya? I mean, still though, I still would put Eileen over Kim.
What about Kenya More?
No.
Oh.
I wouldn't even put her in that category. I would definitely have put Kim. I thought you were gonna say her.
I did forget about Kim. So Kim can go in the
all BS aside, she a straight up for real actress. I don't know why y'all tripping. I don't like her. I can't stand her. I'll probably punch her if I saw her. But I think all those soap opera actresses are real actresses. Eileen,
Lisa Rinna was on days. Lisa Rinna was on Days of Our Lives for 2.5 seconds.
Lisa was Billy
for 2.5 seconds.
Okay, let's move on, y'all. Get back to Beverly
Before getting recasted. Eileen has 2 Emmys.
Okay, the next thing is Kyle Richards getting yet another
tattoo with her girlfriend.
With her friend. And all I kept thinking during this scene, first of all, one, the AKAs would have loved that sweater.
Okay.
It was the Gucci sweater.
I literally sent that to one of my AKA friends, Joy.
Yeah, it was a really cute sweater. And 2, that girl got her little friend got a lot of tattoos. And what I took most from it is really weird energy with this
Can I tell y'all what it felt like to me?
Okay.
It felt like to me personally when I'm dating a DL guy and this is like their first experience with like that's the energy that it was given, like, you know, with them two together, like she's a straight woman but has a crush on this stud.
So she's on the down low for people who don't know what
that's
DL
what it's
is.
like. That's what it's like. The energy that it's like.
Yeah, it's very. And I also wanted to mention, did y'all see Kathy Hilton this week on Watch What's Happening Live?
Yeah,
Kathy said that she's obviously they're good because she's hung out with them, including the girlfriend the girl. Huh?
No way. I didn't know she hung out with the girl.
She said that she's really, really talented. She used words like, I really like her energy. I mean, even the pictures that they take look so intimate.
Laugh.
Yes, like I have girlfriends. If I'm sitting in one of they laugh, we being goofy. You know what I mean? We being silly. We ain't sitting smiling like, hey. It's just If I am, it's their wedding day. It's a I don't know. I ain't gonna say that. It's just weird. It's just weird.
It's weird.
Yeah. It's like a schoolgirl crush.
Holding hands, walking down the street. Do you hold hands with your friends?
I mean, not like that.
I
I
have
held
looped
hands.
arms.
Not like that.
I have looped arms. I mean, you hold your friend's hand in a hospital or something, but I loop arms and walk. Yeah.
Yeah, but not like that though. Like that look like two people that like each other.
Yeah, it does.
That's hunching.
It does. I'm sorry, it do.
That's
that
hunching,
too.
honey.
That too. Like putting her initials on there, and it was like even on the after show when Kyle was explaining the story, you could tell the look on Erika's face. She felt like that was some bullshit.
And she was like
you can see it on Erika's face. Like, girl,
wait a minute. Did they start? Did the after show start this week?
Yeah,
it started after the. Yeah, it started.
Yeah.
Okay. Has Potomac did an after show yet?
No.
And they didn't do one all last season. I don't know if the other franchises did. I know Beverly Hills did. I know Atlanta did, but Potomac didn't all last season.
No.
I don't think OC did either, or New York, or Miami.
Really?
Well, they were on Peacock though, but I don't think OC did an after show either, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't follow them enough to know, but we'll look. But Atlanta did, and Beverly Hills is. I wonder how they pick who gets them. Because I like that.
I'm trying to see them. I don't think Salt Lake City did either.
Really? Well, I did like what's her explanation was, because I did watch the after show.
Basically, like it was meaningless. Yeah, like and you, like I said, you could see the look on Erika's face. Like, girl, Erika was not buying this shit. She probably just ain't gonna say it because it's Kyle, but Erika wasn't buying it. Is
that girl known to be a lesbian?
She is one.
Morgan is a lesbian.
Known to be. Child, she is.
I didn't know if she. I don't know.
Yeah, she's a stud.
So she's a stud.
I mean, that's what it looks like.
A stud, but okay.
For the say, she might be a
she
a
do.
STEM.
Now that you say that, maybe I think we used to black studs. You know.
You think she's a white stud?
They want to straight want to be dudes.
Yeah, they do. They want to be straight dudes.
And some of them.
What's her name was in jail, and they did that dance to free her. Brittany, what was her name? She was in Putin land. She was in Russia, whatever. The basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? And the studs did a TikTok for her. One was sitting in chains. Child, I'm gonna send it to y'all. Go ahead.
You gotta send it to
her. Girl. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna send it. Go ahead.
So yes, what happened after that? I guess the dinner party.
Well, yeah, they get to Kyle and all them dang on dogs that's hanging out outside, and she comes in and see Mauricio. Why I always want to call him Dormicio? You know, I called him Dormicio.
Yeah,
that.
And that's crazy, Joy, because if you look at the energy between her and Mo, and then look at the energy between her and the other Mo.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It's very awkward. Like, and it's crazy because he's nervous. You can almost, do you feel that when you're watching him?
Yes.
Like,
not even nervous, but disconnected.
Definitely disconnected, but I mean nervous, like he's confused by her. Like I don't think, and that's the disconnection that you're also seeing. I just think that he feels like, girl, what's going on with you? It seemed like that's what you want to ask her. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, are they only talking because they're filming?
That's what it seemed like to me.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
She walked in. I watched that clip. She was like, "Hey, hi, Mo." Like, it wasn't like, honey, I'm home. It was just like, hi, I see your book. Like, it was weird. Like, they didn't have any kind of intimacy, no kind of connection. It was just like, I'm walking in the house.
He kind of gave us a clue. He kind of gave us a clue when he was talking about the tattoos. And he said, well, I'd like to see it more. He's kind of giving us clues.
Yeah, he said, am I going to be able to see this one?
Yes, like he literally asked that. He said, well, I hope to see it more. She said, you're seeing it now. He's seeing, I mean, like, often. I'm literally reading it off the screen. That's That's literally how the conversation had. Like often, like he's not seeing her.
Like
And I
naked.
really,
Is that what you're saying?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
But
think I really do think this is bothering her. They probably sleeping in separate rooms
They
because
are.
either she believes,
They've been said that, George.
I thought that was kind of
really?
after. He did
Yeah.
say that they were sleeping in separate rooms, but that was when we knew they were separated then. I'm kind of thinking, were they are they saying they're separated here? They eventually come out and say they're separated, but they're sleeping in the same house. She said that on Watch What's Happening Live.
What?
Yeah, so that's why that's when she had made the comment about when Mauricio was walking down the street holding hands with his dance partner from Dancing with the Stars. He had talked. Andy had flat out asked. He said, "Well, what'd you think about that?" She said she was really hurt by that. And then he said, "Well, we're in separate bedrooms." He said, "Is he still staying at the house?" She said, "Yeah, but we're in separate bedrooms." So I don't know if they're claiming to be separate on here, but
I don't
obviously,
think it probably hasn't happened yet.
yeah.
We'll probably see it later on down. Well, clearly we are going to see it. We see it in the trailer.
But she may have shut down shop, as they say.
To him, anyway.
Yeah, because she's tired of here. Because I mean, if this is, and it looks like this is happening at the same time, that these rumors of infidelity are happening at the same time.
Yeah, they are. It was rumors after rumors after blog after blog after blog. Yeah. And at the end of the day, regardless of whether you're close with somebody or not, when you're seeing that and you happen to be around this person every day, naturally you're gonna wonder, like, okay, well, what is going on?
And like, even if it wasn't truth to the first one or even a third one, maybe she knows that it's some truth to this one.
And then let's be clear too. Also, outside of the blogs, we're not gonna act like they don't all live in Beverly Hills and like gossip don't happen, baby.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's probably a combination of the blogs.
That's why I say it's kind of disingenuous. Like if you really wanted to get ahead of it, you would just be clear and let's address these blogs, because somebody was going to. I would say that people would ignore it because they did it before, because they hear that Vanderpump was on here. They never mentioned what the rumors were. They said there were rumors. They used the word tabloids. We knew he was in it. We figured it was about cheating, but it was never mentioned. So she thought she could get away with that again. That's not. Now you want to talk about the differences of the standards between the black shows and the white shows that come on Bravo, because a Potomac, that would never happen, or an Atlanta, that absolutely would have never happened.
Hell, I mean,
I don't think it would on Jersey either.
I was just gonna say, I'm not even gonna say that, honey, because even on OC, baby, they would have said that.
Right.
On camera would have let everybody
know.
But Beverly Hills, they protect each other. There's too many groups of them protecting each other.
Yes, and that's why I say you got to break that up. Like that ain't cool at all.
Even like this, what I'm saying. Even going back to last season with the whole Crystal versus Erika situation, like that's a natural question that you're gonna want to ask someone that. Like, girl, you're fighting for these damn earrings. Just get the damn earrings back. Yeah. You wouldn't even have these problems. You wouldn't even be studying going to court. Like, what about the victims? Like, now you want to talk about the victims a whole year later.
And my whole thing is their earrings. Like, not your house, not your cars, not a business. You're talking about a pair of earrings.
Literally. That was really kind of my whole thing with Erika, because I've always felt sympathy for her. It was just the lack of like empathy that she had for the victims. And I get it, you're fighting for yourself, you having all these lawsuits. I get it. You know, you feel like you're backed in the corner. Like, shit, I don't give a damn about nobody but me at this point. But it's like you can also feel that way and still feel the other way too. And do both at the same time. Because I get it. I probably wouldn't be fucked up by nobody either if that was me. You know, I'm fighting for me and trying to get myself out of this situation that my now claim to be ill, because I don't think shit wrong with Tom husband.
Oh God!
That left me in ruins, like Erika said, left me in ruins, drugged me over the coals, and been raped and hung to dry. In the words of Quad Webb, honey. So I get it.
I definitely agree with
Quad.
Yeah.
She is.
Right.
But yes, going back to Kyle though, absolutely though. But the dinner party was what the juicy
Yeah,
meat.
that was the big part of it. So
Okay,
let's get
get with it. Get to it. What happened?
So hold on. What do we think about Camille and Denise returning?
They said it was a surprise that nobody knew.
They
No,
didn't know
they.
Denise was coming. That's what I heard, but I don't know if that's true.
It was a surprise that Denise showed up to Garcelle's movie premiere. She didn't tell
Oh,
anybody, but they knew that they were
Oh,
coming to the dinner.
that's what it was.
Yeah,
Okay.
they knew that they were coming to the dinner.
Okay.
see, I didn't watch the season when Denise was on there, so I can't really respond.
Girl, that was it. Okay, so that was kind of a stupid season to me because they came on. You talk about Kyle being messy. This is the season where I started disliking her. Brandy Granville, who they couldn't stand, didn't
Girl,
like the girl the whole time she was on the show. They bring her in when they drug her in. I was like, oh,
and
now
that was after,
wait a
and that
minute.
was and that was after the bullshit that was already started.
Right. So she comes in, they get Brandy to come in to basically say that she slept with Denise.
Basically
Now,
insinuating that Denise cheated on her husband.
cheated on her husband.
No,
Yes, while she was married. And wait a minute, the way that Brandy presented it was the stupidest thing. You know, I don't really like cheating with anybody, and I'm so sorry I cheated. So I'm just got to come clean and tell everybody that I cheated
Yes.
with Denise. So I'm like, excuse me. So, because she was like, I don't like cheaters, and I hate cheaters. But you're a cheater if you want to say it's true.
And that's one of the reasons why I did not believe the story, because Denise was too honest to me personally. And I feel like if she would have slept with Brent, I feel like she would have said that.
I was just going to say the part that was so stupid was her and her husband have already talked about having threesomes.
so it's not a big deal.
No,
So he's not opposed to her sleeping
it.
with a woman.
And then Montanique, check this out. She literally got on national television and told everybody in the world and the group that she let her husband get a happy ending after a massage. So do you think she would have hidden that she slept with Brandy?
Right.
Well, who wants to admit they slept with Brandy?
Well, yeah, that's true too.
Okay, think about it. Even her ex-husband don't want to admit that, and they got children. No,
It was just so weird to me because it was unnecessary and they were so aggressive about it. Like they kept dragging it, and it looked like to me they wanted Denise.
They were jealous of Denise, and also on top of it being a bunch of bull crap. I think I've said this before. They were just mad because Denise was the highest paid coming in her first season.
Yeah, I heard.
She was guaranteed a $4 million contract for 4 years off the rip.
Yeah, I heard that.
And Denise was booked and busy. Let's add that in there.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Sutton is overpaid.
Probably. She probably getting some money.
And they want her off. They have been gunning for this. I'm telling you, they start off going after Sutton, but something else just happens to prevent them from doing it. And one of those things have been Garcelle.
And like I said, it just looks bad because it's like a gang up all the time. Yeah. Like I said, even the situation with Camille season 9, that's why Camille walked off from the reunion, because it clearly was a setup. They sacrificed and used Camille to take the fall because Lisa Vanderpump quit shooting with them hoes.
Yeah.
Yep, she does.
And once they all gather for this dinner party, and I thought was so funny. This dinner party was supposed to be for weed infused food. So all of them were talking about, discussing whether or not they were going to have any or what doses that they were going to have. And all I can say is, I don't know too much about weed, but I know one thing. None of them picked a number that would get them anything. Whoever had the 5, they're gonna feel a little something.
Erika.
But them 2.5s, I was like,
that wasn't gonna do nothing.
That wasn't gonna do nothing.
But at the same time, depending on if you're a weed smoker or not, it probably will get them a little buzzed.
No, the 5 will. The 5 will. The
You don't
5
think the
will.
two would give them a little buzz if they're not like
No,
an avid weed
no,
smoker?
no,
Really?
no.
I don't know. I don't smoke weed, so it may get me.
I don't smoke nothing. Let me
So
be
so this is whose
crystal
party
clear.
is this?
But I
This is
do
Kyle's
understand
party.
I thought she was
milligrams because,
sober.
huh?
Is this just sober from alcohol?
I guess
Who?
so.
Okay.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
remember when I was telling you about Kiki, the difference of being sober and like some people they have a bad drug of choice or what they think is a bad drug of choice. People who are sober sustain from everything.
Right.
People are really, I'll just say more so in recovery. Maybe that's the word. More in recovery, sustain from everything.
Right.
Those are
Denise was hilarious though when she arrived. When she told Camille, "Do you really want to go in here? Or do you want to just go get In-N-Out burger and go home?" That
I
was
wouldn't have went in
hilarious.
there.
And when she walked in there, Garcelle was like, "Oh," they said, "What's oh?" Because she knew that Camille and Faye Resnick hated each other.
what's up? Why? Do you know why?
Because on the first season of Beverly Hills, when
Mm-hmm.
Faye came around, Camille was definitely a messy hoe back then. So
Mm-hmm.
she didn't miss her chance to dig in on Faye when they first met. She rung up. She was like, I keep wondering where I know you from. Where did I know you from? Oh, you pose naked for Playboy. That's where I know you from, for being a whore. I was like, Camille.
And she said you're the morally corrupt, right?
Rupt Faye Resnick.
Yeah.
So they have hated each other literally since the beginning of the show, and they still hate each other because they had them sitting across from each other. And Camille was like, "Now, why in the hell did they got me sitting in front of Faye?" And baby Faye switched them seats real quick and switched seats with Justin. It was hilarious.
Okay. So what was good about the dinner? Like what was the standout point?
So Sutton and Kyle had a moment before the dinner.
Mm-hmm.
That
Which was
happened before the
weird.
dinner. Which it was like basically the same thing. Kyle being insensitive, but then wanting people to be open and honest. That's her motto. Be honest, be honest. Like, let's just be honest, you guys. And Sutton felt like maybe if she shared something with her, that maybe Kyle would share what's going on in her life.
I
But we
think
see
that was the
Spoke
purpose of
about at the
it.
beginning of the call.
Yeah.
This is everything we spoke about at the beginning of the call.
Okay.
We just
Gotcha, Callie.
it was simply Sutton giving her excuse for why she was acting like a drunk fool the night before.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
now
Kyle
moving on to the
called
actual
her
dinner.
bullcrap.
Okay, now moving on to the actual dinner. I love that Crystal kind of was being messy a little bit when she came back to the table. Was like, before we get the dinner started,
Oh Lord.
can you guys kind of figure out what's going on? Okay, how did y'all feel about the newbie Anne Marie kind of jumping in? And because I agree with her.
Now I did watch this clip, but y'all
I
go
agree
first.
with her. They wasn't talking about nothing. Neither one of them. They both were just talking in circles, going back and forth, and not saying much of really nothing at all.
I agree.
To me personally. And Faye kept jumping in. I was so glad that everybody was paying her dust. Even Erika was like, girl, what the hell are you talking about?
Really? Oh, I need to go watch that part. Okay, go.
Yes, I think Faye said she was like, it's inappropriate. Erika was like, what? Like, girl, shut up. And Garcelle was like, oh, who is that? Oh, it's Faye. Like, the girl, hush. And sit on the end of the couch.
Yeah, they were trying to have moments. That's all.
Like, literally. What did y'all think about Cynthia and her little
Did
two
she say anything? Did
pigtails?
she do anything?
She
Not
said
really.
hello.
That's it. That's it. I think she kind of added her little 2 cents in during the whole back and forth between Kyle and Sutton and Garcelle. Like, basically, like, saying kind of piggybacking off what Anne Marie said. Like, you guys aren't really saying anything. Like, can't we, get to the
And
point?
that and this is where I think about Ultimate Girls Trip and what that lady said from Miami, where she said that they needed somebody like Giselle on their show to ask questions to move stuff along.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it makes it more interesting.
That's what you're supposed to have.
When Garcelle jumped up and said, your marriage, I don't know how y'all took it, But I literally laughed out loud. I said, girl, that child is sick of sitting there. They've been sitting there too long, talking in circles, and somebody has to move the scene on.
Yes. Sutton was acting like Cynthia when she almost got hit, when Phaedra almost hit Kenya with that purse stumbling to get it out.
Right. Oh, that was
like, girl, just say
it. Watching. That was torture watching.
So why do you think that she just not want to say it?
Because I feel like she doesn't. I feel like she doesn't want to insinuate that about Kyle. I feel like she just wants Kyle to tell her herself without her like making an accusation.
And Garcelle said in a scene before that they didn't air. I did see that clip of at the after show. Garcelle said she had had a conversation with Kyle before.
Yes,
she did. She did say that in Vegas.
Yes, about the rumor. And she was just like, because Garcelle went through something similar, probably not on her scale, but Garcelle's situation where her husband hit the tabloids too.
Yeah.
So she was just like, don't you think that's it? I think she just said something like, don't that frustrate you? Or something, and Kyle responded, and she was kind of blasé about it. So she said she was surprised about her response when she asked her. And I want to say it was.
What was her response? Because y'all didn't tell me.
The response was very blasé, like, "Girl, I'm sick of it. I got used to it." It was something like that.
Basically, like, girl, yeah, I see it. I'm used to it. Really, at this point, I kind of don't care, but
it was kind of like that. Yeah,
type thing. So I think that's what it is. Like I said, it's clear that everyone, not just Garcelle and Fancy Drew, everyone can clearly see that something is going on, but they probably don't want to. Considering the whole Erika Jane debacle,
too much power. They don't want to offend her. Nobody wants to go against her. Yes, because Erika ain't gonna talk about it. She's seen it. Dorit not gonna talk about it. She's seen it. Now Dorit has probably got her to talk privately a little bit, but nobody, for whatever reason, has called her to the carpet. And everybody that has ever watched a Housewives of Beverly Hills knows that if Kyle didn't have anything going on with her, and it was Sutton or Garcelle they would be talking about whatever's hitting the tabloids.
They would. Like I said, they couldn't
anymore though. I think that changed after Garcelle's first season. So Kyle might be the most powerful. Garcelle's the second. Don't nobody want to say nothing to her because when they do,
I agree that. I agree. But Dorit wants to go against her bad. Because she always sets herself up. But I do agree that they're careful with her, but they have to be because Dorit is so careless with her. Like Dorit is doing
Dorit's fault.
Like for real, Dorit is doing exactly what gives a perfect example of microaggressions. Like for real, if I can't argue with you, me and you having a debate, and I know my voice is loud. But let's just say for whatever reason, I'm calm and we having this regular conversation backwards and forth. But when you don't feel like you're winning, because that's when it comes, or you don't know what to say, you start with a microaggression. Why are you yelling at me? Why are you so angry? Calm down. I think you take, so you're the part. Now you could be coming at me just as hard. We on even playing field. But when you respond like that, it makes the other person question what they're doing. And those are microaggressions.
It blatantly is. I mean, like I said, it's shown with Dorit.
And Dorit once had that same complaint about Garcelle. That Garcelle would never say it. She would always speak around it. She was micro.
But the thing about it is, though, Garcelle did say all that to Dorit's face. So that's why that argument sounded so stupid.
Yeah. Well, that was the first time for everything.
She said everything that Dorit literally said that Garcelle did in the flashbacks. Garcelle was right in her face, saying it directly to her. So I didn't understand that in that entire argument. And then on top of it, hell, everybody else said the same thing about you. That you talk too damn much and you hijack conversations. But when Garcelle said it was a problem, that's why it looked that way that
Yeah.
it was microaggression. Kathy Hilton literally said the same thing literally an episode before, and she didn't do Kathy like that, and Kathy has said that several times.
Yeah, we can say that about a lot of people on the show, though. God forbid if I mention Sutton's name again, but we all
But
know
that's
Sutton can
not
be
microaggressive.
microaggressive as heck, and nobody will say anything to her because
How
they're
is she
scared of
microaggressive?
Garcelle.
But
I
I
said
don't
she
think you can be microaggressive to Sutton.
can be.
No,
You
you
But
can be
when
can't
she
micro.
because it's against
sins,
us.
people
Okay,
won't say anything to her because they're scared of
but that's not
Garcelle.
microaggression.
Well,
I
if I
do
didn't give you
believe
an
that it's
example, though, so
microaggression. I
I
mean,
didn't give you an
no.
example for
I
you to say
agree
it's
that
not
they are.
microaggressive.
I do agree that they are a little afraid of her because they don't want to say the
The
wrong
wrong
thing.
thing,
I will
right?
agree with that. But I also because they are most of them are careful, but Dorit, because she's clear where she stands, in my
Right.
opinion. But the other but Garcelle does not go after them either.
Come on now.
She does not go after.
Garcelle has never gone after anybody on the show.
No,
Dorit maybe and
Okay.
Lisa Rinna. That's it.
Also, there
though.
are some people she's gone after.
I mean,
Okay,
but
but
to
Lisa
be
was
clear,
very
Dorit comes
justifiable.
after her.
Lisa,
Yeah.
and she really didn't even come after Lisa Rinna. She really just said that she didn't trust Lisa Rinna because of what she did to Denise. That's really all she said to
That
Lisa
wasn't
Rinna. She
coming
didn't
after
even
her.
really go after her. She was basically saying, "Girl, if you'll do that to Denise, and you've been friends with Denise, hell, if not the same amount of time, if not longer than me, girl, you'll do me the same way."
Yep, that ain't coming after her.
And I mean, Lisa Rinna was friends with Denise almost 30 years, and we seen how she did her.
She was friends with all of them for years. We saw how she did them.
She was
I
friends with
mean,
who?
Lisa Rinna does have a pattern of doing that to people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
She was
speaking
good
about
friends
Denise.
with Eileen.
She was, well, I mean, Eileen was maybe the exception
She went
that
after
she didn't do
Eileen.
that to.
Lisa Rinna
No,
did.
no, they were friends. They still
Oh,
friends.
I didn't
No,
think
she
she
was. I
did.
was saying that Eileen was probably the exception of people that Lisa didn't go after. Like I said, she was friends with Denise almost 30 years, and we seen how
Oh,
she
okay.
turned on Denise season 10. That's why I feel like that's honestly why Denise was so upset season 10 and why she wasn't focused on the other girls and she was only talking shit or having arguments with Lisa Rinna, because I feel like she felt like if anybody was gonna protect her, it would have been Lisa. And Lisa
Oh.
didn't do that. Lisa jumped on the hate train and was, leading the fire with Kyle with the whole Brandy situation. And that also, again, was so stupid because, to be honest with you, they were mad at Denise for the wrong thing. Because if they were going to be mad at her about anything, it wouldn't have been her sleeping with Brandy. It would have been about the things she allegedly said about all of them to Brandy. That's what I would have thought they
I'm
would have been
sure
upset about.
that is so true. Right. That would have made more sense.
And
That
to
would have
be
made
honest, like
Anything else that has
literally,
happened?
okay, so they were having, okay, really, that's all really happened. The argument between Kyle and Sutton, Garcelle jumping in, it was like your marriage, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of really how it ended. And then they did have a preview of the next episode that's coming out Wednesday with Denise versus Erika. And as an ultimate Denise Richards fan, that scene pissed me off because
Why?
they know exactly what Denise is talking about. Sure enough, Denise was, I don't know if she was drunk. I don't know what she was on. She was lit.
Girl, she
That's
was
all
on something.
she was on
She was
something.
on something.
She was on something.
Okay.
But whatever. But that does not negate the fact that Denise made her point. That's why it kind of made me mad. They was kind of making it. Even Garcelle kind of pissed me off. But again, she waited a whole season later to even defend Denise in the first place. But
Right.
insinuating like she wasn't clear, she was slurring, blah blah blah. But Denise was pretty clear. She basically told Erika, when I first met you, season 9, you were lovely, you were fun, I loved you, blah blah blah. They showed the flashbacks. And then a year later, Brandy Gate, mom shaming gate, with the kids talking about the threesomes at the table, you were basically ugly as fuck to me. So the fact that they trying to have all of a sudden pretend amnesia, like they don't know what she's talking about, was insane.
Yeah.
How
I
much
do
more
remember
clear?
that.
How much more
Yeah,
clear does she
but
need to be?
I just think Erika jumped on we got to get rid of her. Like because they went, it was such a clear sabotage. It was like, it was dirty. And
Yeah,
it was like watching a survivor almost.
Oh,
like
God.
It was. I
and
swear, no, seriously,
it was week after
horrible.
week after week after week after week after week.
Like the
It
whole
was
20 episodes.
crazy. And
But
that's
that's how they was with Munchausen, remember? Every time they would sit down.
Yes.
And
You are so right, Montanique.
This is what he was talking about earlier, Demisio, when he was saying that the pile on is torturous to watch. It's not fun to watch, because what happens is people who don't even have sympathy for the person end up having sympathy for. The reason that I like Sutton even a little bit, one, she did welcome Garcelle, but two was because they always seem to be picking on her. And she's not a quick wit person, so
she don't pick on other people though.
She had. I don't think that it was. I think.
Okay.
I mean, she has. She has, but I don't think that it's in a pick like.
Going on the whole time they're filming.
Really, Erika.
Going on the whole time they were filming.
No, I'm not referencing Erika. No, I'm referencing every single person she's ever picked on. It seems
Teddy,
to get
that's
overlooked.
it.
Teddy's not the only person on the show, and she hasn't been on for 3 seasons, so don't put names in my mouth.
Who are you talking about then?
All of them, not just one. All of them.
Name them.
We all know that. Don't
name
them. Don't start
Joy,
name them.
We all know Sutton picks on a whole lot of people.
I've been dying to say that for the whole. Look, I've been dying to say that for 2 episodes.
You did good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Was she picking on Crystal? That's what you trying to say. When I think Crystal over exaggerated.
I already said what I was trying to say, but it's 7 o'clock.
Is it 7 o'clock?
Yes, it is.
It's 6 o'clock where I'm at.
Oh, me too. Jesus. Okay.
It is 7 o'clock somewhere.
Okay.
But not even. We in the same zone.
I'm screaming.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but they treated Denise Horton, and to be honest with you, I'm surprised she didn't aim a little bit of that at Kyle.
Really?
Because Kyle was the ringleader. Erika just
Erika said that she did it to the wrong person. It shouldn't have been her.
No, Erika deserved a little bit of it, but Kyle deserved a whole lot more of it than Erika did, because Kyle was the ringleader. Erika just jumped on the train, but Kyle was the one leading the fucking pack. Her and Lisa Rinna. Kyle is the one that had Brandy come over to her house with Kim.
Oh yes. Kyle definitely started that. Yes. It was at her house.
See.
And that was after the whole mom change situation.
Would double down on it and say stuff like, this is what tickles me. When she would say stuff like, Brandy, she's a lot of things, but she's not a liar. And I said, if that's the case, then was she lying when she said your sister was in the bathroom doing coke?
Yeah.
Or was she a liar when they just listed, I can't even think of a whole bunch of things, but I know specifically they talked about her sister.
Yeah,
but it was like a list of things that Brandy said, because Brandy accused a lot of them of a lot of things.
Exactly, and they talked cash money shit about her when she was on the show. Now all of a sudden she's so trustworthy because y'all can't go after Denise because of the Charlie Sheen custody battle, because that's what they really wanted to do. And we really want to talk about it for real. They really wanted to bring up that custody battle that she was going through, but Denise had already sent them legal papers out before the season started, so they could not talk about it. Because if you remember, Joy, when they had that first argument at the beginning of the season, when Denise had on that pink dress and she had did the bravo, bravo, bravo the first time. Because Kyle tried to slip her up and say she was lying about being on set because Denise had went to court earlier that day.
Right. Did y'all know that was told that to stop the cameras on Beverly Hills, they would say bravo, bravo, bravo,
bravo, bravo, bravo,
and it would stop the cameras. That was like, I remember watching this. I was like, I don't think the other shows know this. I would think
other shows won't do that. Beverly Hills is very protected.
They are like they the only ones that get new dresses every season, get new chapter cards.
Yeah.
Well, right now they are the highest rated right now.
Yes, right now.
Looking at numbers, they are, and Potomac is right behind them. And when they showed their numbers for the first week, they showed the numbers for all of the things that week. Because it was something that
they didn't show Beverly Hills, and they didn't show Miami, or they didn't show Salt Lake.
No, they did.
Beverly Hills has been in the millions.
Yeah,
no, when they did the After 7 one.
No, Beverly I just Hills. Shared it. I just shared it with somebody because somebody was saying that their numbers are real low, that they don't even get 1 million. I said no. The
that's
first
not
week,
true.
the first week
I'm gonna find it. They did not have
the
Beverly
first
Hills.
week that Potomac came out, they had three. They had 3 or 4 listings. They had it wasn't just Housewives. It's something that's number
it
one
was
on
Married
RHOBH.
to Medicine. I'm gonna tell you what it was. It was Married to Medicine. It was Potomac. It was Miami. Beverly Hills was not on there, and I don't think Salt Lake was either.
No, it wasn't Salt Lake. It was what was running now. It wasn't anything. Oh, it was
Salt
Beverly
Lake is
Hills
running now.
Yeah, they did. They did Beverly Hills. The reason I remember
I'm gonna go find it because I can find it real quick.
But I mean, Beverly Hills is putting in the millions in views, though.
Both of them are.
What she's talking about is when they showed the days after. Are you talking about that one?
Yeah,
no, I was talking about live.
Because you know. Can I finish? Okay. So in the article they listed the top 4. I mean the top 3 that was running. It's a boat show of some sort that was number 1. Number 2 was Beverly Hills. Number 3 was Potomac. Potomac had over 2 million views, and that's a 7-day number. That wasn't what Bravo ratings and what Deets reports is live numbers only. It no longer reports DVRs. So a lot of people will play it out until 8 o'clock or 7:30 and then come on to hit play so they can go through the commercials. So if you watch it in DVR or if you watch it on Peacock the next day or in the course of that week, your numbers aren't included on Bravo. Yeah. That's why I don't trust them anymore. Because
I don't know why they study repeat, putting it out there when we know that they don't go by live numbers.
If they're getting those numbers, because Potomac gets less than Atlanta right now. So does Married to Medicine. If they are getting 2 million and they're less than what Atlanta was doing, Atlanta had to at least be getting 2 to 3 million.
Yeah, I think it is that slot is going to do well. That Sunday night slot, because there's nothing else on.
Yeah, that's true.
Here it is. I found the article. They said they were Miami kicked off November the 1st with 1.4 million on all platforms in 7 days.
Yeah.
It says that demographic was up 124% and 75% as compared to the previous season. Potomac, they said, debuted at 2.1 million and was number 1. Wait a minute. Total viewers the first 7 days. About 1 million of those were in the 18. It was up 15%. It's up 20. Okay. Married to Medicine tailed 1.6 million. I guess that's it.
I told you. I know what I be talking about.
No. I saw something else though. I saw something else.
What I saw, they wasn't in it.
Because it had what I saw had the number 1, 2, 3 show.
Yeah, it had to be different because Below Deck wasn't on the one I saw.
Whatever it was, it was another show that wasn't a Housewives. It was something that I don't watch. Yeah, I don't know if it was Below Deck though. I think it was a boat show though.
Yeah, Below Deck they have like Mediterranean, then they have Australia, then because it could have been one of the Below Decks.
Yeah, well, that was the
number 1.
Whatever that show is number 1
because they show Below Deck every day, like all weekend. They show Below Deck.
That's number 1, and Beverly Hills is number 2, and Potomac is number 3.
Okay,
Kelly. Yeah. I just want to say your hatred for Sutton and Garcelle is admirable. I can't even be mad at you about it because I dislike Melissa and Margaret the same way. So
yes,
I fully get it.
I think you got it wrong though. I think it's not my hatred for Sutton. It's my hatred for the way you guys ignore everything Sutton does, and yet wants to talk about all of that same stuff in other people. It's a big difference. I don't hate Sutton. I like her ugly cat shirts that cost $800 and $1,000, and her ugly dresses from Poochie that cost $2,000 and stuff like that. I like her, but she's crazy in the head, and she can start trouble with everybody as she does, and somehow that's overlooked. That's what I don't like. And then when I call it out, suddenly Montique just doesn't want to like to listen. This is why I don't like to do the calls, because then we get to arguing about it. So yeah, it's
y'all argue too much. I don't like a lot of arguing on our calls. I like when we can go back, we can talk, and then we can move on. But if we're over talking each other and I don't like that on any show we do. So, and
I know, unfortunately, you only call it out the way you call it out when it's on this show, and I'm doing it.
I did it the last show when Joy and Demetria.
No, what you said is this is why I don't like
stuff about me.
This is why I don't like doing this show. Well, you didn't
not
say
off
it,
my cherry out the door,
and then you wouldn't know anyway because you're not letting me talk. But that's what we like to do.
Okay,
move it on because Montique is the queen.
Gotcha. You're right. I'm wrong. You're right.
You are wrong. This is true.
I'm wrong. Yes, I'm wrong.
You are. We know it. You don't have to continue to repeat yourself. We all know you're wrong.
Okay.
I mean, she did me like that before too. When me and Joy.
I'm not talking about what she did to you. I'm talking about what she did to me. Your exact words were, this is why I don't like doing this call. She hasn't said that to y'all. She said that to me.
I won't say nothing else to you. We can move on.
Yeah, but I doubt that because if I get to talking and you don't like it, we know what you'll say.
Can you talk about
great promises all the time?
All
the time.
Go ahead.
You have fallen off your chariot.
I promise you. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. What did y'all think about? I did think that conversation with Sutton and Kyle was really, really awkward when they were in there. It seemed like it went on too long. She ain't gonna say nothing. Why did they have a camera on there so long? It was awkward as something.
About when they were at the table with her curls
before
shaking?
They came to the table.
Oh, okay.
That's
what tickled me though. Kyle had them curls shaking her in the day. That Sutton had her upset. But like I said though, regardless of whether you like Sutton or not, because you can very well like Sutton and still see that for the past 13 years on the show,
I don't know if
Kyle
this is a good time to start
making
excuses for her.
No, I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying the reason why I personally don't feel bad for Kyle is because Kyle does to other people. And she does it all the time and wants people to feel sorry for her.
Hello? As the Sutton. Sutton ain't innocent.
No one said she was, but we can say Kyle has been a more horrible friend to Sutton than Sutton has been to her.
Nobody is more horrible than Sutton.
Literally. Sutton has been trying to be Kyle's friend since she got on that show.
Sutton can't be nobody's friend the way she acts. That's why she can't keep a man, let alone a girlfriend.
I don't like the can't keep a man thing.
Well, again, like I said, Kyle has I'll put it like this. After the way that they did, after the way that they did,
about Kenya. We're not. No one cuts off Kenya conversations the way they do when I'm trying to talk about Sutton.
I mean, we know that you don't like Sutton. It's okay. It's fine.
I don't just
no
like
one's
Sutton.
mad.
You are missing the entire point as always.
I mean, it does kind of come off that way.
Well, it should.
Okay, but you just said you like her.
That's on y'all.
Okay, well, like I was saying, the reason why I personally don't feel bad for Kyle, and it really ain't even got nothing to do, because hell, it could have been Crystal doing it to Kyle, and I would have been here for it simply because Kyle, what they did to Denise, I'll never forgive them for that, and I'll always be
the new girl.
I will never forgive them the way that they treated Denise because that was horrible. That was horrible. Like,
it was torturous to watch.
Really? I didn't want that.
I wasn't a Denise Richard fan one way or another.
So that's why
I actually watched that season before I watched the previous one. That's what made me. I said I'm just going to start from the beginning, because the first season I watched Beverly Hills live was Garcelle, the year she came on,
and that was the Denise season.
They were talking, so that was my introduction to her. So I wasn't a fan of anybody's, but it was so weird. It was just weird how it was very obvious that they were coming for her, and I didn't, and it was torture to watch.
Yeah, it was
Like,
like
I mean,
from
at
how I
some
feel
point,
too
Denise
sometimes.
allegedly quit the show and would only film with when she was having that conversation with what's her name, Lisa, and she was like, well, what do you know? Do you know? Well, like
yeah.
they were like having a conversation saying absolutely nothing, but saying everything.
And Lisa Rinna was
Like,
like,
ooh,
"Oh,
so
you're so angry."
Yes, right. Now that's a passive aggressive type thing. That's
Yeah,
an aggression.
yeah.
Literally, like, why are you so angry?
And she's
Like,
like,
it
"Oh,
was
you're so
so
angry."
weird. I know Denise wanted to punch her. It took everything in her not
Yeah.
to jump on top of Lisa and
I
just
feel like that's why she couldn't probably gather the girls probably how she wanted, because Denise can gather. We've seen her gather. Season 9, she didn't hesitate to gather people on season 9. Camille, she went head to head with Camille, Kim, like she didn't hesitate. But I feel like she was so hurt by what Lisa Rinna was doing, she couldn't focus on anything else but other than why is Lisa Rinna doing this to me, which was so sad. Because when you consider somebody a girlfriend and they're doing you like that, like I think she was like, well, she did say this on the show. She said it to Lisa. She was like, why couldn't you just Garcelle did say it too. She's like, why couldn't you just let the other girls go at Denise? Why did you have to jump
yeah,
in it and make the situation worse? And that's supposed
yeah,
to be your friend of hell 3 decades.
That sounds
right.
And
like
you
the
just
same thing
met.
they asked Garcelle. Why do you always have to defend her? Why couldn't you just let her defend herself? God, the things, the
But what
conversations
did
are all the same, no matter who's having them.
what
But
did
she's
Lisa
on the
say?
opposite end of coming after somebody. This isn't a defense situation.
Opposite end,
Kind
beginning end is still the fact,
What
though.
they
It's the
did to
fact.
Denise is nowhere near what they have going on with
yeah,
Sutton. You
that's
can't even compare the two.
yeah, you
But what
can't.
did
And
Lisa
Do
so
you
say?
not know who you're talking to? I can compare them
What did Lisa?
How?
Okay, I'm good.
easily.
How is it comparable?
Easily. Go ahead on with your conversation.
You can't compare the two. But go
I,
ahead,
I
Joy.
can compare
I
the
was
two
just
or
saying
four.
that when the conversation was happening, do y'all believe Kyle on why she's not
No.
wearing? Okay,
No. Kyle is full of shit.
So she said she wasn't wearing it because I watched this clip, her wedding stone, or was that on after show?
Well, she did say she was missing a few stones after she worked out, which that could be
That was on
absolutely
the after
true.
show, I think.
But
Yeah.
to say that all the other stuff to negate the fact, girl, something is going on, and it's clear as day to everybody on their cast. They just ain't gonna say it because they're
and
a
then
friend.
I'm wondering, are they? Because I don't know exactly the time frame. Okay, so the Domicio stuff is coming before. I'm wondering, when did the
Mauricio.
tabloids drop? I mean, Mauricio. I'm sorry. See,
Domicio.
what? When did the tabloids started the rumors about her and Morgan?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because nobody's talking about Morgan. Because that was more scandalous. Like, it's crazy. I didn't even know that there were rumors about Mauricio that came before that.
I mean, but there have been rumors out about Mauricio for years.
I know,
Years.
but this was recent. I ain't talking about years ago. Something in real time is in the tabloids about Mauricio right now, that on TV time, and we know that could have been last spring. Some
Right.
rumors, and I don't know what they are because I wasn't savvy to. I don't keep up with Beverly Hills like that, so
Yeah,
I
well,
didn't know that her relationship. I thought her relationship with Morgan initially was a reaction of this. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what makes me think Kyle.
it gives she was confiding in Morgan about what was going on, and it turned into more. Maybe. Who knows, honestly, what the
I mean,
real.
she met this girl on the internet.
I mean,
Like,
And
Morgan is
Morgan said
famous
she
though.
stalked her, right? Got in her DMs or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, right.
But Morgan is famous though.
Is she?
Yeah, she's a famous country singer.
Who's a country singer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
still, why would she stalk her in her DMs?
She said she found her on the internet. It DM'd her, and I think she said she stalked her, or one of them said they
She
stalked.
said it. Morgan
Yeah.
said it.
Morgan said it, and Kyle kind of played. Was like, no, don't say that. You know.
It was so playful. It really looked like a crush.
Oh,
Yeah. But I do
And
know
not
one
like
thing,
Kenya saying she had a crush on Latoya.
Latoya. Yeah, no,
Like,
it's completely
No,
different
this
from
was for
that.
real.
like that, I think
Yeah,
is like Kenya's felt like she wanted her friendship. She wanted a young girlfriend, not I want a young girlfriend.
yeah, and it's giving
You
the
know,
Kyle want a girl friend. She want to
right?
get
Right.
strapped.
I thought because I kind of get that, like you meet somebody you work with, because I've met people like that you work with, and they're kind of infectious. And
Yeah, me, I'm infectious. Me?
I never thought that Kenya wanted to get with Latoya. I thought she wanted to kind of, I hate to say snatch your youth, but in a sense,
Yeah,
you kind of want to. You do.
yeah,
I really do understand them. Like they make you feel young, they keep you hip. I get it. I like chip. That's the reason why I like teenagers. I think they keep me hip. I think I'm pretty hip. so I
I'm
get
just
it.
saying.
I
You are
get it.
Joy. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I never saw sexual energy.
yeah.
I
Versus
see
the two of them.
sexual energy
From the two of them, yes,
with
like
You
it's
know,
there.
listen, Joy, you have big P energy.
Yes.
right.
But I know one thing though, we do need to wrap this on up because I don't want to keep talking about Kyle.
Okay.
Y'all the ones talking, honey. I'm over
No,
this shut call. I
no,
was on mute.
I'm talking about on the show. Like they need to wrap this
Oh
up.
yeah, I
Like
got you.
I don't
Oh,
want
I
to keep
got
talking about Kyle. I can't stand Kyle. She's up there with Margaret for me. She's insufferable. I can't stand her. Even in
No,
sudden,
she's not that bad.
She's not
like
she is
that
to
bad.
me. To
to
me,
you,
this to
you
me,
think that I
yes.
didn't even think so. Let's talk about because Callie mentioned something that I kind of want to touch on.
In the live month,
She talked about something like people in positions. I do forget about that because my daughter says for the reason that I love Giselle, I also should love Kenya, and it's not. And she always tells me I don't understand. They are in the same place.
Listen to end the live, girl.
So wait a minute. So no.
Why would I end the live?
Oh, because I thought we was done talking about the show.
No. It is.
Oh, okay.
Be quiet.
I'm sorry.
What I was thinking was, let's have a conversation. We can either pick one or two franchises, but I would really like it against either Atlanta or Potomac against Beverly Hills. Like what position, who plays what position? I never even thought about that with Beverly Hills. Like
before.
Kyle is Giselle. That's clear. Kyle is definitely Giselle.
I would say Kyle is Candy.
Why we doing Atlanta?
Yes.
No,
we can go
Candy
both.
is a little bit more interesting than Candy. And I don't even like Kyle, and I'll say that.
And we're looking at this for a different reason. That's why I wanted to have this conversation. Because I see Kyle as the machine.
Well, that's Giselle.
She's the anchor.
Producer.
Giselle is definitely not the anchor, and she hasn't been for 2 seasons.
She's the producer of this show.
I hear you, but Giselle is not the anchor.
Well,
who is the anchor?
On which series?
Potomac.
On Potomac right now, it's definitely Karen.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yes, it's definitely Karen, and I see Kyle as the anchor on Potomac,
Beverly Hills,
and I mean on Beverly Hills. And if just to break this down, although you may or may not agree, Teresa is still the anchor on New Jersey.
Okay, I mean, I can see where you're coming from with that. I just still think Kyle self-produces, and that's why I feel like she's kind of
Giselle and Kyle are
the same. Yes, they're both messy. They both keep shit started. They both cherry pick other people's miseries, always talking about other folks. But let somebody talk about them, honey. Oh, baby, then it's World War motherfucking 3. How could you? Oh my God, you're supposed to be my friend.
Never said that.
Well, that ain't Giselle.
I mean, Giselle does give off the like she did do Karen like that. Even though she didn't talk about Ray for years.
That was her friend, but she ain't done that with nobody else but Karen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Still,
but that's because of their friendship. They're whatever. But
yeah, still victim. Oh my God, Karen, how could you say this about Jamal?
Giselle don't care.
How could you say this about Jamal?
I don't see them in the same position. I don't know.
They both self-produce and get shit started. Definitely.
I hear the self-produce. I hear the get stuff moving things along. I get that because somebody has to do it. And I think that's when Giselle piped up and said, so I think she said, I'm sick of this. Your marriage, girl.
And I feel like Kenya sometimes does that. Kenya gets
she does.
Who?
Kenya.
She does.
Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Kenya is other than the last 2 seasons, Kenya was the villain.
Yeah.
Now I will say this. Joy Garcelle gives off of Karen on defense all the damn time. That's why I don't understand why she thinks she just defends Sutton so goddamn much, because I don't see it.
And see, I would say Garcelle was more like an Ashley.
No.
Hell no, she ain't that messy.
Well, not messy, just Garcelle. One of the reasons why I think
has nothing going on like Ashley doesn't.
Garcelle does have something going on though.
Garcelle is a star.
Garcelle has stuff going on the show. I'm talking about for the show.
Oh, okay.
Even on the show, Garcelle has something going on versus Ashley.
I think it's because
did she not just have a whole premiere for her, like
off the show?
Off the show?
Off the show.
Off or on?
What?
Is she saying off the show? Because I'm trying. My phone is breaking up, so that's why I'm trying to clarify.
Go on. We can go on. We've already been on for 3 hours.
We have not been on for 3 hours.
Well, we've done 2 shows.
We started at 3 o'clock.
Oh, yes, yeah, you're true. But yeah, I mean, she has more going on than Ashley. Garcelle.
Wait a minute, hold on. Why don't we do this for like a chat stick moment of the week? Like we think about it.
That would be, yeah. Who sits in what positions?
Yeah, let's do it for that. So and we also want to do the Mount Rushmore, and we also want to do who's our favorite from each franchise. So those can be some of our chat stick moments.
I got you. That's fine.
Yeah. For Garcelle ain't defended Sutton barely. She barely defends Sutton. That's why it's so ironic that she just feels like she just does this super defending. Because, girl, you didn't say nothing season 11 when they was tearing her apart. Nothing. Nothing.
You're talking to me because I didn't watch it.
I'm not talking to you.
Ask me just so you'll know. Unless Troy asked me to watch it, so can we review it? I don't watch it. I already know what to expect.
I don't really watch Beverly Hills like that either.
I was talking about season 11.
I don't think I watched it.
I was just saying how they all kind of threw Sutton under the bus with the Erika situation, even though they all felt.
Well, I did watch that season. Yeah,
they all felt the same way, except Lisa Rinna. She was the only one.
Sutton looks really good under the bus.
Girl, wait a minute. What Lisa?
I am
Lisa almost seemed antsy around it.